Hey, and welcome back to another video. It is your Stylist K, your secure woman mentor. And today I want to talk about signs that you are operating out of low self-worth, right? But I also want to take it a step further. How do you break that? Now, if you've ever felt that no matter what you do, no matter how far you go, you just feel like you are not enough. Have you ever felt that way? And if you've ever felt that way, you probably feel like you're stuck in the same patterns, the same type of toxic relationships, and the same self doubting cycle. If you have ever felt like that, or in this moment felt like that, or know someone who's felt like that, let's talk about what's really going on and how to break free. Let's dive in.
And I'm found by the roadside, day in, day out.
Now, I know saying that you have low self worth is it hits the ego in a way that some of us just aren't ready to accept, right? So when it comes to low self-worth, what does that look like on your day in your day-to-day, right? How is low self-worth showing up in your life? And ultimately, it looks like you settling for less in your everyday life, job, relationships, friendships, over apologizing, shrinking yourself to avoid conflict, constantly needing validation and approval in order to feel okay about the decisions you're making. And the big one is avoiding opportunities out of fear or rejection. When you're capable and you have the ability to do something great and you reject it because of your fear or your fear of rejection, you decide not to do it, you're telling yourself that you're not good enough. And that's the problem. That's how you know that you're operating out of low self worth. And you don't have to consistently stay in that space of low self worth. There's a reason why you're there, but there's also a way for you to get out of it. And we have to first see the problem, be aware of it in order to fix it. Low self worth will keep you from reaching the level of status that you want to reach. It keeps you from reaching the level of abundance. It keeps you from having the successful relationships. It keeps you from having the successful jobs and successful friendships. It keeps you from having a successful life. And it keeps you in this cycle. But what is the cycle? Why is it a cycle? Why is it a cycle? And the reason it's a cycle is because low self worth leads to poor choices. Poor choices lead to negative experiences, and negative experiences reinforce the self doubting belief that you are not good enough. It reinforced that belief that you've placed within yourself that you aren't worthy enough. And it keeps you in this loop, and it keeps you in this loop, and it keeps you in this loop. And it's up to you to interrupt that loop. Keep you in the loop, but at some point you got to break that loop. However it might go, you have to break out of that cycle. Now, where this cycle usually starts is in childhood. We know this. It starts within our childhood. And unfortunately, and I've said this before, and if you've watched any of my videos, you've heard me say this. It was not your fault, but it definitely is your choice. Your childhood and what you went through is not your fault. It's not your fault. But in your adulthood, it definitely is your choice to keep the cycle going. Usually when it starts in your childhood, then that leads to toxic relationship patterns. And those toxic relationships just consistently reinforce your self-doubting beliefs about what you are worthy of, what you deserve. Another way that this becomes a cycle is because we are consistently comparing ourselves. Societal norms has caused us to think and believe that we aren't deserving of the things that we deserve because we don't fit a certain mold. And that could be further from the truth. But it's not enough for someone outside of you to believe it. You have to believe it. And now, with that being said, I want to provide you with three small steps that can help you to begin to break those cycles. You have to break them. I want to see you be great. Even if I never see it, I want you to watch this video and realize, hey, I want to be great because I deserve it. And this is my starting point. One thing I always say, do things in silence. Don't tell anyone, just show up as the person you have become and continue to grow into, right? Show up as that. You don't have to talk about it. You have to what? Be about it. And the first thing is awareness. You have to be aware of the moments in which you shrink yourself or in the moments in where you settle. I've done this. Like, I am totally aware in moments where I shrink myself in certain situations and where I have settled. I have settled enough to know that I'm not settling again. I have gone through the trauma and drama of what the cost was for me settling. There is a cost for you to settle, and you deserve better than what you're paying to settle. Another way to break free is to affirm yourself every day. Tell yourself something great. Start simple. Give you an example. I started this process back in 2012. I would just write something on my mirror or something. Hey, you are abundant. I'm just giving you that because that's just something that we desire. We all desire to be abundant and wealthy, right? Or I wanted to remove fear from my life. I am not fearful, right? I tell myself I approach things knowing that I can do the work, right? So we'll go over that. Affirming yourself, telling yourself you are worthy of the opportunities that come into your life. And if you tell yourself that, you begin to walk and hold your head up high with that belief in mind. It's not that you're lying to yourself, you are just shifting your mindset and you're digging out that deep subconscious mind in order for you to truly believe who you know yourself to be. Some of us can be so low that just affirming ourselves, we think that we're lying to ourselves. And I always tell people it's easy to be negative. That's the easiest thing because negativity is around us all the time. Marketing is made for us to give into whatever they're selling. Market to yourself, give into selling yourself the biggest dream you can ever sell yourself and elevate into that. Believe it because it is true. What you say is true will be true for you. A lot of times we have to reinforce that mindset. So this is a mindset shift for you. Action steps. Next thing to do is take action because we know that faith without works is what? Non-existent. Have the faith, affirm yourself. That's your faith. Now, here, take action in the things that you are affirming by taking those small steps, by doing the small things, or by doing the hard things, because you're showing yourself that you're no longer settling and you're going to do the hard thing. And sometimes the hard thing, most times, the hard thing is just starting. Start saying no. No is going to show you who really cares about you and who respects you. Just say no to the things that do not align with what you're trying to accomplish. Say no to distractions. Ask for what you need. Stop being afraid to speak up for yourself. Ask for what you need. If they say no, okay, it is okay. It is okay. And as well, stand tall in conversations. Stop backing out of conversations because of disagreements, because you guys don't align on the same thing. These conversations are needed because it allows you to build in your belief, build in your strength, in your confidence, in your self worth, in your knowing. Understand this, you do not have to be perfect to be powerful. As many of the quote unquote powerful people we see, they are far from perfect. And because you prefer perfection, you'll be a great, powerful person because you realize what it takes, right? Because you've been through things and you get it, but you don't have to be perfect to be powerful. The moment you decide to stop shrinking yourself and start choosing yourself is the moment you start breaking the cycles. What's going to keep you on that path is your consistency. So start, but then continue to move forward with consistency because we always won't have the motivation. But the consistency, despite how we feel, despite what we're going through, pushing through is what's going to get you on the other side. We're breaking cycles because we know that we deserve better. And you do deserve better. And I want you to remember you do not have to be perfect to be powerful. I'll see you in the next video.